Today is Tuesday, June 18, 2019. SK Hynix, which is in full operation in China's Huawei DRAM plant, C2F, is deepening its worries. DRAM price recovery is uncertain, but Huawei's DRAM purchases are expected to shrink even after the US-led trade war. Some are even posting pessimistic forecasts that SK Hynix will turn to deficit later this year. SK Hynix accounted for 39% of its sales in China last year and accounting for 12% revenue from Huawei. First, the DRAM price outlook is bleak. Most of the DRAM produced by the Huawei plant in China is extinguished in China, and the purchase of Huawei, its main customer, has become uncertain as a result of the US-China trade war. Bloomberg forecasts that overseas smartphone shipments of Huawei this year will decline 40 to 60% from last year. This is due to the fact that U.S. exports have been blocked, business deals with U.S. companies have been cut off, and both hardware and software have been isolated. There is no reason to choose Huawei products in the face of cheap substitute products such as Oppo and Xiaomi. U.S. Huawei sanctions are also affecting the overall DRAM market. DRAM Exchange, a market research company, said that DRAM price decline in 3Q08 will be 10 to 15% from 10%. DRAM Exchange said that the additional price decline was due to China's sanctions in the U.S. lead to a decline in Huawei smartphone and server shipments. The memory industry's biggest hand, Huawei, is falling, which means that related markets are being squeezed. Some worry that SK Hynix, which had an operating profit of 20.834 trillion won last year, could turn to red in 4Q09. In the latest report, Meritz Securities estimates that SK Hynix will turn to a loss of 277.6 billion won in the fourth quarter after operating profit of 646.8 billion won in the second quarter and 254.5 billion won in the third quarter. It is expected to be in the red for 7 years. The report expects SK Hynix to make a deficit by the second quarter of 2020. SK Hynix has been suffering from the deficit seen in non-flash and DRAM, said Kim Sun-woo, an analyst at Meritz Securities. From the fourth quarter of this year, DRAM will not be able to meet non-flash deficits. TSMC is expected to take about 60% of foundry market share in 2019 for the first time, based on the first quarter revenue and recent restructuring from global foundries. As UMC and global foundries are out of competition from leading-edge technologies, Samsung remains the only company which could compete with TSMC at the advanced technology nodes. Though, TSMC is expected to continuously increase its market share and revenue without interruption.
That's all today. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and turn on notification.